Hi, I'm Randy Altman with postPerspective. We're here at Siggraph 2016. It's day one. And to my right, I have Dave Frederick from Quantum, who actually, this is their first Siggraph. So why don't you tell us why it was important for you guys to be here, and also fill us in on some of the tools that VFX artists, VR people could take advantage of.
Yeah, thank you, Randy. This is our first Siggraph because we've recently put together a couple of capabilities of the Axelis storage environment, the primary storage for StorNext, which is Axelis, combining it with a new type of storage that Quantum sells, which is a hybrid flash and disk storage, and also combining that with some network topology options that Axelis offers. And they haven't been available before. We put them together in a new reference architecture designed specifically to address the requirements of the animation artists working in conjunction with editorial staff that are making the actual final product. So one of the things we found was that it's difficult to find a single storage platform that can support both the high IOPS requirements of the animators and the linear streaming capability of the editors, and then have to take up network traffic, right, to eat up network traffic to transfer that content across, or to get it over to the rendering engines and all that. So what we've done is we've created a system where both of those types of storage can exist in the same file system, be managed as separate volumes, provide separate access rules for different people and editors and animators, and then move the content within the system so it doesn't have to go out on the broader network. So it's a huge boon to efficiency, it's a huge boon to performance for everybody, and it reduces the storage environments from independent silos of storage down into a single manageable pool of storage.
So how big does a visual effects studio need to be to use your stuff, or do they not need to be that big?
They don't need to be that big. If they're producing content in a shared environment, really we come into play when you've got more than one person working on the same content, right? Because it's a shared storage environment. And as they grow their environment, they can grow that either based on how much capacity they need, how much bandwidth they need, or both. And if they're part of a facility that has an editorial department, or has color grading, or has a large render farm, we fit right in there. And we were able to feed all of those services exactly the same way we feed any other client.
Now you guys are more known for maybe post-production workflows, broadcast workflows, and now visual effects.
That's right, and it was primarily the addition of hybrid storage in our portfolio that meant that we could automatically tier data from flash to disk and get the performance of flash at the price point of disk, because we tier that content we examine it and decide whether it should be up in flash every 5 seconds. So it's an ongoing process to constantly say, oh, a new animator has requested this file that hasn't been in Flash before. We'll move it into Flash. He can have Flash access while he's working on it. And then once he's done and other content comes up, that content goes back to disk, and it's still available. It's just not available as quickly as it would be in Flash. So it extends the capability of the file system to include this random I/O pattern that Flash is perfect for.
Fantastic, and it's available now?
Available now, absolutely. We've come down to the booth. We'll set you up with one.
Why don't you point people to your website as well?
Yep, you got to visit www.quantum.com. You'll see a banner on the homepage. It's all about animation. It'll take you to a full landing page. It has case studies, the reference architecture, videos of customers that have used it. They're going to find a wealth of information there.
Very cool. Dave, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks so much. Happy to be here.
Thanks. Randy Altman, postPerspective, Siggraph 2016.